So when the speaker is in absentia, I take over every single mandate. However, when she is pregnant, my role... Present, yes.
Yeah.
My role is to ensure that the speaker is up to date with whatever's happening within council and to keep the link between the secretary and the councillors.
Okay. What have you learned so far being a member of the student council?
I just didn't realize that a person can grow in such a short space of time. And I've been a different person since becoming the speaker, and the benefits of it is like my voice has been amplified because now I'm able to speak to a greater audience.
We get to meet, of course,
and how do your friends and family
and with that we're able to learn so much more about the city. You know, we only know a little bit to like what has been shown, maybe just the city address, but because now we are part of the Joburg Student Council, we're able to see the process that goes behind, you know, making a project, the process that goes behind when we are going to be planning something big to assist the city,
which
I guess gave us this perspective, because sometimes
it's been really interesting. I've met a lot of amazing people, people in high positions, people who just want to make a change, people who have projects running, non-profits, just people who want to make a difference in other people's lives.
Now that you're in this side of government, has it changed your perspective from how you look at government?
It definitely has. It's not, everyone thinks, oh, the government isn't doing anything. There is things being done, but it's not as simple as it seems. Nothing is as simple as it seems. There's so much, protocol that happens before any decision can take place, before anyone can say anything, before anyone can do anything. There's processes on processes, and those processes have more processes that have to be done before a decision or actions can be made.
Yeah. Your message to young people in Johannesburg who are not
police
active
in place,
in learning
and
about
I do serve on the public safety portfolio committee, so the pressure is going to be on to implement bylaws, because I believe if we start with the broken window syndrome, with the little stuff that happens on our streets, the urinating in public, the drinking in public, the illegal trading on corners, if we get rid of that, see how we're going to manage the recyclers and what we do about the vagrants and homeless numbers that are increasing by daily. And if we get that, we will immediately bring a different look to the city of Joburg. We'll have
where the collection rate for the previous quarter surpassed the expected percentage by almost 1.7%, and in terms of the billing, we're also doing quite well. So there's a slow improvement, and we are seeing the finances of the city going back to where they used to be. So we're hoping to be having a fruitful council, and we're happy to be.
Councillor, just one or two issues from your ward. What are the current biggest problems in your ward?
We're having serious
and we will fight until we get it right. Thank you.
MMC, just one last one. People have been responding. Are they coming to register? What is the registration process like at the moment?
All our operational centers for registration are open and people are coming forward. Yes, we are observing that process. I think in a week's time we would know more or less how many people have registered their Sphaza shops in Johannesburg as a whole.
Okay, thank you, ma.
Sanbonani Dumelang, welcome to it, man. It's another episode of the Free Ride podcast. This time around, I am at the council building, the Konibapela house, and of course, I'm here to cover council to see exactly what is going to be discussed for the next 2 days. This is day one of council, and we are going to be listening to quarterly reports on the financial year, starting from last year, December, going all the way up until November. So it's 3 quarters that are going to be discussed, and these are all quarterly reports where each department is going to be giving feedback on the quarterly performance of their departments. And of course, I'm going to speak to a couple of councillors. I'm going to speak to a couple of student councillors. I saw 3 of them who are Joburg Student Council members. They are young people, and I'm going to speak to them and hear what their experience is like being here at council. And of course, it's the last council meetings for 2024. And of course, I needed to come and hear for myself exactly what is going to take place in the Joburg Council. I also got to speak to the senior councillors and hear what they have to say, their expectations, and of course I spoke to the Deputy Chief Whip of the ANC and Brenda Dami, who also had a child who died in a ward, so I get to speak to her as well. So take a listen to some of the interviews that I'm going to do a little bit later on, but thank you very much for liking, for sharing, for always commenting on our page, and of course I appreciate the shares, and of course those of you who have just subscribed. I really want to appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. All right, man, let's do this. Boom.
Greetings, residents. I'm Councillor Ricky Ney, Ward 58 in the city of Johannesburg. I represent the suburbs of Portsburg, Mayfair, Langlaagte, Crosby, Crown Mines, Newtown, Crown Mines North, Peridop, the whole Fitas, and Slovo Park. My ward comprises of 14 suburbs, 2 industrial areas, a massive ward, but a unique ward. We have a total of 27 different nationalities that live in my ward, and poses its own challenges. With this comes lots and lots of other illegal activities that are happening in my ward. But my priorities going into the new year is going to be, the main focus is going to be on bylaws. Bylaws seem to be non-existent in my ward. I'm having a massive conversion of houses into illegal dwellings, where a normal 3-bedroom house is converted into 11 or 12 bedrooms. I'm having development of back rooms, but a massive development of back rooms. And also illegal structures going up 2 floors or 3 floors. And when you go into the investigate into the background, a lot of these structures have no plans and not passed by town planning, or sometime passed by town planning, and you got to question how. But my focus going to be is that hopefully we'll have a chief of police in place, and I do serve on the public safety portfolio committee, so the pressure is going to be on to implement bylaws, because I believe if we start with the broken window syndrome, with the little stuff that happens on our streets, the urinating in public, the drinking in public, the illegal trading on corners, if we get rid of that, see how we're going to manage the recyclers and what we do about the vagrants and homeless numbers that are increasing by daily. And if we get that, we will immediately bring a different look to the city of Joburg. We'll have an upliftment as per se. Currently, there's a lot of stuff that is being done, but people are saying, we see no difference. So we need to make a difference. And it's 2 years left on our term, so God willing that we do make a difference.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Councillor.
Okay. Good morning, Junior Councillor Umpilo Gagnene, and I'm the Junior Deputy Speaker of the City of Johannesburg.
Okay. What's your experience been like since you've been elected?
It's been amazing, thrilling, because before becoming the Speaker, I just lived a mundane life with little to no excitement, and being in the Johannesburg Student Council just made me different. I was able to meet new people and learn the ability to read the room, which is important, and just stepping out of my comfort zone and being the best possible person I can be.
So what is your role as a Deputy Speaker?
So, as the Deputy Speaker, our inside joke is that we're the second-born royals.
Okay.
So, so when the Speaker is in absentia, I take over every single mandate. However, when she is pregnant, my role... Present, yes.
Yeah.
My role is to ensure that the Speaker is up to date with whatever's happening within Council, and to keep the link between the Secretary and the councillors.
Okay. What have you learned so far being a member of the Student Council?
I just didn't realize that a person can grow in such a short space of time. And I've been a different person since becoming the Speaker, and the benefits of it is like my voice has been amplified, because now I'm able to speak to a greater audience.
And how do your friends and family take it that you've
they were
changed?
proud. They were proud.
Yeah.
And it's just meaningful knowing that I have the support of my peers and my family members.
How important is it for young people to get to know what City Council is about, what government and how government runs?
So it's quite important, because what we tend to see is that citizens don't know the proper processes to follow, where they can just go and strike at the councillor's house, not knowing that the councillor is the one that reports to the council, and the councillors do not take action, they report. And understanding the roles of the council helps protect the councillors themselves from violence ensued by the community members.
Cool. Your last message to young people in Johannesburg?
Stay vibrant. It's okay to be different. Just make sure to be yourself.
Okay, cool. Love it.
Hi, Councillor Tapelo Khatebe here from Ward 52. Today we've got a 2-day council sitting. We'll be mostly focusing on quarterly reports. Because I'm part of the finance committee, we'll be going through the quarterly reports, particularly quarter 4, and we'll be expressing how much we are pleased with the improvement that we see in the finances, where the collection rate for the previous quarter surpassed the expected percentage by almost 1.7%. And in terms of the billing, we're also doing quite well. So there's a slow improvement, and we are seeing the finances of the city going back to where they used to be. So we're hoping to be having a fruitful council, and yeah, we're happy to be here.
Councillor, just 1 or 2 issues from your ward. What are the current biggest problems in your ward?
Yeah, we're having serious GRA-related issues, and we're also having seriously related city power issues as well. So if those can be solved, I think our residents will be quite happy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, leader.
Thank you.
Hola.
Good morning. My name is Eunice Mgcina. I'm MC responsible for development planning in the city of Johannesburg. We're here today, day 1 of our council. We will be processing quarterly reports, tracking on the work that we have done in the past quarter, looking forward to engaging with other councillors in council. Don't forget that we are also in a campaign of educating our people to comply in terms of bylaws in the city. We're currently focusing on Sphaza shops, especially after what happened, I think, 2 months ago, where we lost the lives of the little ones. And we are committed as a city to make sure that we educate our people to comply in terms of bylaws of the city, and we will fight until we get it right. Thank you.
MMC, just one last one. People have been responding. Are they coming to register? What is the registration process like at the moment?
All our operational centers for registration are open, and people are coming forward. Yes, we are observing that process. I think in a week's time we would know more or less how many people have registered their Sphaza shops in Johannesburg as a whole.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Dumelang Baduli, City of Johannesburg. This is Councillor Masindi, Ward 123, Inner City. Yes, indeed, the mayor today was walking and doing the walkabout in the city, in the inner city.
Yeah.
In particular, Ward 123, Ward 59, Ward 60, Ward 124, Ward 61. Which was majority of the inner city wards. So the role of this walkabout was to see exactly what we on the inner city, region F1, do on the daily basis, F2, because we're always reporting the conditions that we have in the inner city. So he was doing that. He was having the feel. Yes, as the councillor who was a host, because they started there at Ellis Park, as I've got the stadium in the ward. Yeah. I was happy that everybody was there. So it was the whole city, everybody, every single department, everybody was there. So yes, as a councillor to say, at least I had a chance to can report directly service issues. I know the problem that the people of Tashkent in End Street, and there's a heavy building there, and the Nugget and Plane, there is a lady there, forgot the name. She always complain about that area. The mayor was there, saw the problem, and we are going to resolve that. That is Corner Plane and Nugget. They saw that problem that we have always, whereby we're always dealing with the water that skank around there, and the water wastage by the people of the taxi industry. And I'm happy that there's a commitment from Joburg Water to say we're going to engage the taxi industry to make sure that we have got a solution towards that, whereby maybe they can be given a special water towards the taxis. We will find a solution from what the Joburg Water team was suggesting to the mayor, and the engagement that's going to happen between the taxi industry and the departments. So the walkabout was a blessing on ourselves as councillors in the inner city, because we always cry and complain about things that are not being done. We were so happy, and working with next to the mayor.
Yeah.
I was a junior mayor kind, but the community of the inner city, the whole world's here, everybody that will watch these things on in social media and TikTok, just find a relief, because we have raised issues as respective councillors of the people of the wards that he touched on: Ward 61, Ward 123, Ward 124, Ward 59, Ward 60. Yeah, we've raised enough issues, but we feel that is going to earmark, that is going to do things, because when we went to Ward 124, where the building that burned, not SND, the other one there in, I think, Albertina Sulu, if I'm not mistaken, the one that burned in February, he committed the department at the spot on what they must do, and the action must be done, and the deadline is the 30th of March, which I cannot default what they are going to do, but I saw it very relevant, because at the spot you get things done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then re utlwa re le motlotlo I don't know taka ba venda ba shona na mtsela kuchimela na meara not utakala pezi mara raising the issues timhaka leti ti khombaka muganga na vanhu va hina. I hope so stuff famba kahle. Ndibulele uba the way they walk about nama neloko njani meya nama department besikwazi kumtshela ukuthi laba bayisokolisa, in particular JRA issues that we raise on the spot, ukuthi laba siyabafonela, so i-Tashkent people they will have a solution, abantu base Plain Street they will have a solution, abantu base Bree Afcot there you are going to have a solution on your challenges. This even the right from the walkabout. I so wish now and then the mayor can make sure that we have got this hardcore walkabout service delivery.
Absolutely. Thank you, Councillor. Thank you so much.
My name is Councillor Nompumelelo Mazibuko of Ward 33. This afternoon we've just had our caucus meeting in preparation of council, which is going to be tomorrow, the 27th and the 28th. And basically what then caucus does is that we go through all the agenda items that are listed in the index of the agenda of council, and is to then make sure that we are aligned ourselves, we know what's coming tomorrow in council, and we also then get our political directive or party line as such. But more than anything is to then make sure that we prepare, we have read, and we know what is expected of us as councillors in terms of full participation in council for the next 2 days.
What are the highlights for you from today's meeting?
Well, the highlights today, I think what we also did as caucus is that we then invited the Department of Home Affairs to then just come and share with us the issues in terms of the Sphaza shops and in terms of how do we deal with foreign nationals and what is it that we can and can't do as councillors, and also just to then educate us and give us insight of saying these are the laws and these are the acts that we should look into, and how do you then integrate them into into the local spheres. Because remember, for us to be able to do anything, you are guided by national programs or national acts and policies. Then how do you then domesticate them and make sure that they are relevant to our local spaces and make sure that our residents also understand? But it was a highlight to also understand, to then remind ourselves as councillors that legislation is important, and it's how we then carry ourselves and how we induct, or how do we then share information with our residents and community members based on the legislation that is governing the country. And time again, those questions of the constitution and question of when was it amended, but also it's just how the departments interwork and what is it that we can do as residents and citizens of the country.
Your last message to the residents of Johannesburg, just to allay their fears, to say you are supporting them, you are protecting them, you are standing up for them, you are upholding the laws on their behalf.
Look, the last message to the residents of Johannesburg is that as councillors of Johannesburg, we're committed to making sure that the bylaws and that we take the right decisions within council. Ours is committed in making sure that service delivery happens. It happens at its optimum level, and making sure that we educate and take along our residents as well. I know that at times residents feel that we are not there or we are not in touch with them, but it's only because there's time where you need to go back and consult, go back and show and check if we are still performing within your mandate and before, the declaration and rules of council, because as a public servant, you are guided by a number of acts, and you are also guided on how then you should behave within the community. But as councillors, especially for the ANC, our mandate is clear, is to then make sure service delivery is at its highest. We are accessible to our community. We are able to then make sure that we carry the flag and the pride of the African National Congress to the communities that we serve.
Thank you so much, Councillor.
Councillor Brenda Dami, Councillor 429. As you all know that we have these challenges of children that are dying due to Sphaza shop, and I just buried one of the child on Sunday, Siyabonga Mnisi. Due to that, and the community is up in arms, they are closing the Sphaza shops. The community is on their own. Yesterday, the community of Ghost Town in my area, they've closed 2 Sphaza shops. And then the owners want these people also to go aligning with the community, but they didn't want to go. But today there was a program in my ward. All the departments were there, led by MEC of Health, MMC of Economic Development, MMC of Economic Development, MMC of MMC Jena for Building
Development planning.
Development planning was also there. All the environmental practitioners, health, everybody was there. They were doing the shops in Zone 3. They started in Zone 3 shops, where they found that there's no compliance in some of the shops. The other shop that they went in, there was nothing also displayed on the wall to show that this shop is compliant. And they closed the shop with immediate effect because they find that this shop really, and it's our old shops that are standing there. And then they also done work at other shop where they find that the people have hired illegal people from Lesotho without documents. And because Home Affairs were there, they then took those people, and I think they're going to charge the owner of the shop to hire people that are undocumented from Lesotho. And then immigration were there personally. They then took those 3 people that were there. So it shows that our government is working and it is serious. If they find the shops also and you find that things are not doing well, you, the owner of the shop, you are also in trouble. You are going to be fined because you allow these things happening in your yard. So it's what we are cautioning our landlords to say, please don't do the wrong things because you yourself are going to find yourself in trouble. But I must say, I'm happy what happened today, that the whole team, that your environmental, your health, your development planning, your economic development, your immigration, all that team, then it's all in one place. It's a really very positive response, and if we can move like that. But I must comment on the communities that they took a stand and they're closing Sphaza shop because really they're illegal. We went in one Sphaza shop in Ghost Town. You know, the entrance in G, it's a bed. It's a bedroom. The entrance before you go at the side of the groceries. Already, in health hazard. It's health hazard in environmental. So it is bad. It is bad. We are not joking. The things that you can see in those shops. Tina, as people who just come in that small windows you buy, that's why they've closed it, they make it very tight because you never know what is happening. But I don't want to lie to you. It's horrible. It's so dirty, smell and everything. So it can't be. It's no. It's no. There's no compliance at all. So let's also
educate our people that they must also take a stand. They must make sure that everything is healthy, whatever they are buying, whatever they are eating.
So today there's a caucus meeting, leader. You arrived late because you were busy with this program on the ground. What's your message to the people of Johannesburg regarding our own preparation in going into council?
No. I've definitely arrived very late because I was busy with this program in my ward. And I can say to the people of Johannesburg, the caucus of Johannesburg were sitting in preparation for the 2 days council, and I think it's the last 2 days council, the 27 and 28, and our people must make sure that they are watching the because the items that we'll be discussing are very important for tomorrow. And thank you very much.
Thank you, leader. Hola.
Hi, I am Nikhil Lala. I am the Chief Protocol Officer for the Johannesburg Student Council.
Okay, cool. Since you've been elected, what is it that you've done so far?
Okay, so protocol officers aren't exactly elected. There's not a vote because there's a whole team of protocol officers. But our manager reached out to me and asked me if I would like to have my name put down for a protocol officer. And at the time, I had no idea what a protocol officer was. So I did my research and I said, yes, let's do it. I saw it as a learning opportunity to discover how council runs, how the government actually works. As a protocol officer, you have to make sure everything runs smoothly. You have to make sure things are where they need to be. You have to make sure they are right. People are in the right places. Things are in the right order.
Today is your first experience in council. How's it been so far?
It's been really interesting. I've met a lot of amazing people. People in high positions. People who just want to make a change. People who have projects running, non-profits. Just people who want to make a difference in other people's lives.
Now that you're in this side of government, has it changed your perspective from how you look at government?
It definitely has. It's not, everyone thinks, oh, the government isn't doing anything. There is things being done, but it's not as simple as it seems. Nothing is as simple as it seems. There's so much, protocol that happens before any decision can take place, before anyone can say anything, because anyone can do anything. There's processes on processes, and those processes have more processes that have to be done before a decision or actions can be made.
Your message to young people in Johannesburg who are not active in learning about government and so on?
You should want to learn. Learning is the way things change. It's not something that has to be given to you. Knowledge, you have to take the initiative, take the leap, take the jump. Just try, even if it's reaching out to your ward councillor or doing a simple Google search. Just find out how something works before you complain about it or just ignore it completely.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for chatting to me.
Thank you.
All the best. All right.
My name is Councillor Mbalenhle Dlamini. I'm the Junior Speaker of Johannesburg. My role is, or what is part of my role is, we oversight the legislation within council. So I would overlook the rest of council. So together with my Deputy Speaker, we hold the rest of the councillors and the executives accountable to whatever their plans are. So this encompasses the junior mayor as well as his cohort.
Okay. Which school are you from?
So I'm from Trinity House, Glen Vista.
Okay, cool. Which grade are you in?
Grade 10.
Okay, so what's your experience been like so far?
So it's been breathtaking, honestly, because we get to meet, of course, the executives. And with that, we're able to learn so much more about the city. We only know a little bit to what has been shown, maybe just the city address. But because now we are part of the Joburg Student Council, we're able to see the process that goes behind, making a project, the process that goes behind when we are going to be planning something big to assist the city, which I guess gave us this perspective, because sometimes we always scream, no, corruption, the people aren't doing something. However, now we can see that there is something being done, it's just not being shown.
Absolutely. All right. So, just today, is this your first sitting of council? Is this your first experience?
So yes, it is our first sitting in council, and however we've been to the council chambers because the same way that the seniors have their meeting, their caucuses, we as the Joburg Student Council also have our own caucuses for our projects, things that we would like to do. However, today is our official meeting with the executives and us coming to see how the senior council actually holds their meetings.
So when were you elected?
So we were officially elected on the 16th of June, and then we were inaugurated on the 5th of August.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for chatting to me. All right, cool.